I'm Lee with For Fun Golf TV. I'm bringing you the first round of the SGT Tour at Red Rock Country Club. Played the Web Plus Tour both rounds earlier in the week. Struggled with putting tremendously, hoping to improve on that. Conditions for the first round, normal greens, normal fairways, calm winds, stimp 11 as usual. So let's get out there and see what we can do on the SGT Tour. Going to start out here on the first hole, par 4, 409 yards. Out of bounds down the left. Hopefully don't have to worry about that, but you never know with my swing. So I'm going to take an aim point out there and try to just kind of fade it into the center or the right side of the fairway. And I hung it out a little bit right of where I wanted. I'm going to be in that right rough. That's okay. If you've watched any of the videos, you know I always say I live in the rough, so I can deal with that. 158 yards. Slightly downhill, not much, about 3 yards. Out of the rough. Let's go play 175. Let's take a look at the heat map. Pins all the way in the back there. So that 175, I don't want to get all the way back there. I do have a left to right lie. So I'm going to, I'm just going to aim for about right there on the green. I don't know if you guys see that aim point I've got there. And I'm going to hit a 7-iron. I think being short of the flag with it so far back is maybe my best bet. Let's see if we can hit a good 7-iron. Yeah, I didn't quite get it all. It's turning over a little bit. Hop on that left corner and of course hop right off. Okay, 17-yard chip shot. So we're scrambling for par right out the gate. Green's going left to right. I've got a huge right to left lie clearly coming out of here. I'm going to aim out about there. See if I can flip something up there. Okay, that's going to leave us a reasonable par putt. These were the ones that killed me in the Web Plus Tour. I don't know what it was. I so mentally like making sure I don't putt too hard because I struggle with the 11 stimp that I wasn't putting enough at all. So I kept leaving putts like this short. So slightly right to left, slightly uphill. I'm going to just pick the right edge of the cup. 6 feet. And I just rocketed it by the hole. So that putt went 15 feet uphill. And in my enclosure here, it went about 5.5, 6 feet maybe. So now I'm back downhill for bogey. And thankfully we did curl it in for bogey. That's always a frustration here. Again, I know it's me. I know I need to get better at putting, but it feels like there's just inconsistency on the greens with what you're seeing as far as reads and how the reads react. So I don't know if that's a Square Golf launch monitor thing or if that's just a GS Pro thing. All right. I like to aim just kind of at that left bunker, just the edge of it, and try to fade it just a little bit. Got a little bit on the toe. It'll, of course, run into the rough. They always do. Got 284 now. up to the green out of the rough. I did not mention number 2 here is par 5. All the more reason it had been great to have hit the fairway. So 4.6 yard right to left lie coming out of the rough. I'm just going to hit a 3-wood, try to get it up down there where I've just got a short wedge into the green. That'll work. Get a little over 200 coming out of the rough with a 3-wood. 77 yards up to the green. Pin's kind of in the back middle. Aim just slightly right of it. Try to hit about a 3/4 sand wedge up there. I always kind of turn these short wedges over right to left a little bit if I hit them clean. That's why I aimed a little bit right. Just didn't quite give it enough. So now we got a birdie putt. Uphill, 9'7", slightly uphill. It's not huge. Left to right. And I missed it. Didn't give it enough left to right. Pace was fine. Clearly I hit it 4 feet past the hole, so I had plenty of pace. It just broke more than I thought it would. So we stay at 1 over, going to the third, par 3, 162. Playing down 6. So that's 150, 155, 156, let's say. Pin is just over that bunker. I'm sure that bunker's sitting on a hill. No, the bunker's kind of, well, it's not flat, but it's not the very uphill. I think I'm going to try to hit a full 8-iron. And I hung it out to the right, so it's not going to matter. Sure, if I could see club data, I had the face like 5 degrees open at impact. That's terrible. So 31 yards, downhill to the green, coming out of the deep rough. Height objects does nothing. I did read something yesterday about height objects. I was just curious why it never seems to work or hardly ever works. And we use a right adjustment for where we're hitting into, because we're slightly right of center. So we do an offset to the right, just about 1.5 feet. And there's an article I saw that said that sometimes offset will cause your height objects not to work, depending on the course. So I got 31 yards, deep rough. Should play about 35 with the downhill, maybe. All right, that was a pretty good shot out of there. Gives me a chance to save par. Gonna go left edge. It's pretty flat. Got it for par. Good. Yesterday I was missing those putts. Still very timid on the greens putting for sure. Going to the fourth now, still 1 over. Again, this is the first round of the SGT Tour at Red Rock Country Club. I'm Lee with For Fun Golf TV. You can find us streaming on TikTok and YouTube on Sunday night, Monday night, Friday night at 7:30 Central. We have content and can be found on all your other platforms. For Fun Golf TV, one word. Except for Facebook. Facebook, it is spelled out For Fun Golf TV, and that's 4 as in FORE 4. Join us on Facebook. We typically give content out about a week early to the members there, and it's also a great place to stay in tune with any changes to the weekly schedule or keep in touch with what we're doing for the upcoming schedule as well. 321 yards on the fourth, downhill 12 yards. Probably am not going to try to, I don't have it where I can get there. I would need more downhill, but I'm going to go there and just try to be up in front of the green somewhere. A little bit left of my line. Leave myself 61 yards out of the rough. These shorter wedges, I really don't mind being out of the rough. You just basically say, hey, it's going to take 10% more to get there, right? So this one's 67 yards coming out of the rough, 1.2 degree right lie. So I'm going to look at that, and I'm going to aim slightly left of it, hoping to catch that slope and roll it down towards the green or towards the pin. The 61, 65, 66 yards. Be a little short of my number. Give myself a putt at it. All right, putt for birdie from about 30 feet. Playing by myself, so on our stream, I have a streaming partner that I play with called TK, and when I'm playing with TK, it's just natural. We're competing against each other. I hit, he hits. You take time off, you breathe, you think about what you're doing. When I'm playing by myself, I struggle to do that, so intentionally taking a break once in a while. I also try not to putt with my glove on, but I find when I'm streaming by myself, I don't assume you guys want to watch me changing my glove all the time. Okay, back to it here. Let's take a look at the heat map, left to right. That's probably a touch too much. I'd like to be about right there. There we go. Uphill, left to right, 30 feet. See if we can get it up there close. Sit down. Oh, hit it too hard. Dang it, Lee. I don't play well enough to get too frustrated, but when I force the mistake, it just kind of does frustrate me. 9 feet, hard right to left. Kind of flat going back there. Let's see if I can curl something in. Yep, got her in. Perfect. That's a big break, saving par there. Keep me at 1 over. Par 5 coming up. We'll do a flyover on it. I like to do flyovers on the par 5s. Check them out. Beautiful golf course. I did figure out. Looks like it's outside of Vegas there. I initially, yesterday in the Web Plus Tour round, I was thinking, this reminds me of like the courses around Phoenix, but they're not that much different, the way they build the courses and the housing around them. .572 yard, par 5. Let's see if we can get a ball in play here. Love to hit the fairway, so I have a chance to go with this in 2. I say that 570, I can't get there in 2. What am I thinking? It's 29 yards down, so maybe if I get a good tee shot. But going to play down the left edge, hoping to fade it back into the fairway. Did not fade it, kind of pulled it a little bit. Yeah, didn't get much distance because of that, landing in the rough, but it hit fairway. That had probably been about 265 or so if it had had a chance to run out in the fairway. 333 yards, down 9. Gonna take a 3-wood, see if I can hit something down there, get it closer. Probably got a nice easy shot into the green. Oh, I kind of hit on top of it. Be a runner. Ran out for me, thankfully. So now we got 141, 11 up, so playing 151. Pin's just in the middle. Slight left to right lie. I'm going to aim about right there, which is 135. Playing 146. Going to hit a 7-iron. And I kind of chunked a 7-iron, so it's not going to get anywhere close. Scrambling for par now. Left to right green, left to right lie. 28 yards out of the semi-rough, so this should only take about an extra 5% coming out of here. So it's going to be about a 30 yard or something like that. Stop. There we go. Safe par. Number 6, Red Rock Country Club, par 4, 388. Playing downhill, a lot of downhill tee shots out here. I don't really take advantage of them apparently, but they're out here. I'm going to keep the aim point they have out there at 260. Hit that one pretty good. Kick left. Yeah. That was a pretty good drive. Probably the best drive I've had so far today. 273. Leaves me 118 into the hole. Right to left lie. I actually expected that to be a lot more of a slope just the way it looks. So definitely want to aim right of the flag. About right in there. Playing 6 yards down, so it's only playing about 112. Trying to see what I want to hit here. I think I'm going to hit a pitching wedge, just not try to kill it here. I always like to think my pitching wedge is about a 120, maybe a 125 club, so I don't want to hit all of it. Nice smooth swing to get there, I think. Little thin, bite, bite, bite. Right on target. But yeah, I hit it pretty thin. It's going to roll into that semi-rough back there. Dang it. If I could have caught it clean, I'd have probably been just below the hole. Hey, I can't trust putting out of the semi-rough in GS Pro. I see guys do it, and I've done it where you go to putt, and it's like there's a little wall there between you and the green. So I got 2.8 degree left to right lie. I got left to right on the green, going slightly uphill from 12 yards. Oh, almost hopped it in. Thought there for a minute it did go in, and then it popped. You can see it pop past the flag. Yeah, it was 11.8 to the pin. I carried it 11.7. It had to have just almost gone in the hole on the fly. Par putt. Back up the hill, right to left from 14 feet. Yep. Oh, and wow. Again, that's kind of that frustration I have. I didn't hit that hard, and the uphill seemed to do nothing at all to it. So now I got downhill 6 feet. Moves me to 2 over. Going to number 7, par 3. $189, 20 yards down, so that's playing about 170. Pins right in the middle. I don't know why they got grass in front of my ball where I can't even see it on the tee box. I'll move it over here where I can see it. How's that? There we go. All right, 189, playing 170. Might have hit a full 7-iron. Afraid a 6-iron will go too far. 7-iron may land me in that bunker right there, but I still think it's the right club here. Oh, yeah. I'll get a full number on it. I should have had a raw carry about just right at 150 roughly. I'm about 6 yards short of that, and that's kind of about what it left me. I would have missed the green on the lie that I hit, I know, but 7.7 degrees left to right. Green is going right to left. So I'm aiming just slightly left of it. See if I can get it out of the sand here, 25 yards above me. .27 raw carry. It was the right shot, but it only came out 17 yards. That's kind of weird. 18 yards. Take a look at our heat map again. Yep, right to left. Boy, it's not really moving uphill at all. Just gonna go out there, 20 feet basically. See if we can get it up there. No, right to left just really didn't seem to affect it much at all. Kind of went on the line. I left it and just stayed there the whole way. So that's bogey, +3 now. I'll have to get one back before we get off the back 9. You do have a par 5 coming up on the 9th. All right, we're going to go show 326, 11 yards down. Out of bounds right. Yeah. They've got a 231 yard aiming point out there, which is not a bad aim point for me, I think. Fairway there. Yep. That will work. Leaves me 44 yards. Slightly right to left lie. Slightly right to left on the green. I'm going to go just a pick right of the pin. 44 yards. Yeah, I wanted to fly it just shy of 40, and my raw was about 35, total is 37. So it wasn't much of a miss, just a couple of yards less than what I was wanting to get out of it. So now I got right to left, slightly uphill, 19 feet. We'll see how this right to left reacts compared to what we've seen in a couple others here. Didn't move the ball at all. I don't get that. It should go slightly right to left. And I know it did past the hole, but it had right to left basically the entire way up, and didn't move it at all. All right, par 5, ninth. We'll do a flyover here. There's the Vegas skyline you can see in the background. At least I am assuming Vegas. Kind of what it looks like. So we'll do a flyover. Notice it's short, 451 yards. I think in the Web Plus rounds that I played, I ended up right there past this bunker where the fairway curves back to the right, both rounds. And then you don't want to go left or long left on the second shot or into the green. So double check our aim point where we're going. So we're going to aim up in here. And we're hoping to hit either a straight one or it's one with a little bit of fade. Popped it up a little. Yeah, it's going perfect. Exactly what I was hoping for from a left to right. Going to leave me in the fairway down here. Okay, 162. 5 yards below me, so I was playing 160, or excuse me, playing 157. I was about to add it instead of subtracting it. Lie's pretty flat for me here in the fairway. Let me check the heat map. Should be, there's a little hill, so that hill's going to push it right to left. And if I can hit it, it should be a 7-iron. But we've seen me not be able to hit a 7-iron a few times now, so we'll see what I got. Kick down off that hill. I don't know how it stopped. Looks like it was going to shoot right onto the green. Wow. That's a bad break for it to stop right there. So obviously it's going to move hard right to left. I'm going to aim it about right there. Only got 6 yards, so I'm just kind of wanting to get this in the air, a couple of yards onto the green. No read. Yikes. I hit that pretty well. Maybe I had my feet too close and it wasn't picking up right. Yeah, I hit that one too hard. The first one I did not hit that hard. Dang it. I think if you understand what I'm saying, so when I was chipping that, I had my feet really close here, and I bet the white of my shoes screwed up the launch monitor. That is actually a real problem. So I've got left to right, 14 feet, slightly uphill. See if we can get something up there for birdie. Or, oh, it's our fourth. Yeah, we'd have to make it for birdie. Yeah. Yep. Safely in for par. The front nine of round one of the SGT Tour here at Red Rock Country Club in the books. Making the turn at +3. Played really well for myself. I left a few shots out there, a little bit of frustration putting, but that seems to always be the case with me in these tour events. So appreciate you watching. I'm Lee with For Fun Golf TV. Find us streaming live on TikTok and YouTube Sunday night, Monday night, and Friday nights. And then we're on all your content platforms, For Fun Golf TV, all spelled out, and it's for as in look out, you might get hit. On Facebook, it's spelled out, For Fun Golf TV. We love to have you member over there on the Facebook page. We release content about a week early to folks over there, and it's a great way to stay in touch with what's going on with any changes with the channel or the schedule. So I appreciate you.